MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is getting closer and closer to his Hackathon Cyber Symposium in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and he's made a few new announcements and had a few more meltdowns, and even claims that he wants this to be as big as Elvis Presley's Aloha from Hawaii. Yeah. This is a man who made a website that he promised would be better than all the YouTubes, the Googles, the Facebooks, and the Tweeters, better than everything. Yet there's still not an option to create a profile, upload a video. There's not really anything. I even checked today, and I know, lucky me, this is what I got. I mean, he's got a banner advertising his rally from June that's still sitting there. Very slow loading. Some of the links go to nothing. 404 not found. 404 not found. His website design and stability is horrific, yet he's spearheading this Hackathon Cyber Symposium.
The guy cancels the fireworks, at Mount Rushmore. What happened to symbols of freedom, symbols of our country that have been under attack, and...
A symbol of freedom shouldn't be burning your state down because you want to get drunk and blow things up in the middle of a drought. Authorities suspect fireworks emblazed the damaged home. Oh, South Dakota. I've got a lot of clips from Mike's latest announcements, and I'm going to be going through them all, so make sure you watch the entire video. Stay with me. This is going to be fun. NBC had to cancel their upcoming slip and slide show because of explosive diarrhea. That is not what you want on a slip and slide. Just water is all you need. It's a little interesting because NBC never stopped filming The Apprentice when Donald Trump pissed and crapped himself on set every day. Speaking of sports, Japan announced that the Olympic events in Tokyo will not have spectators. Japan, let me help you. USA and Canada will send loads of anti-vax spectators to stand right on the field. Then give the athletes plenty of sake, and let's start the Olympics with archery. Whatever happens, happens. This week, the White House announced that the next step to get more people vaccinated is to go door to door to convince people and help dispel the myths.
This is communism. This is, they're going door to door, and you're going to tell me that I'm going to take a vaccine? Absolutely not. My kids, my grandkids, it's not going to happen.
Nobody's going to make you. But someone with like a background in actual medicine, not essential oils, pillows, and crack, will try and educate those that have been getting their information from Facebook Karens and pillow manufacturers. This is a good thing. A Washington Post ABC News poll found that while 86% of Democrats have received at least one COVID-19 vaccine shot, only 45% of Republicans have.
Well, I knew that was coming. I believe that started in Spain. I'm not sure, but I'd heard rumors of that way early on. They were going to make this big master list. And, that's why I've said before, it's mark of the beast in my mind. That's my opinion. That's where it's in the Bible. That's where it's manifesting too.
Mike Lindell has admitted multiple times that he wears his cross for TV, and it shows here he really has no clue about the mark of the beast. First off, the Bible says that the mark of the beast is on the forehead or the hand, not the arm. Also, it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, that is, the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. I got a bit excited at the end there because I feel like Iron Maiden's about to play. Yes, Mike, the vaccine, it goes in the arm. If we were all getting needles in our forehead and on our hands, we'd look like Post Malone. No, there is nothing good about that.
This is about pure and simple evil in my mind. And I'll tell you, you come door to door, that's insanity.
Insanity is getting high for 2 weeks straight and then insisting that God gave you the plans to make pillows. The only reason Mike Lindell's even alive to protest this is because his parents vaccinated him.
What I'm hearing is everyone's coming out to me and they all have a story. I voted, and then I found out later that I didn't vote. These guys that had access to the voting rolls or whatever the ones that just last night I heard the story go, my mom asked me, she said, yeah, I voted. She said, no, you didn't, because this guy had access to the rolls or whatever to the voting, whatever it is.
Like the dinner rolls? He really is that far off.
August 10th, 11th, 12th in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's going to be a great uniting of our country, and it's going to be amazing. You hear the fireworks going off in the background, everybody.
Yeah, daytime fireworks, not a great sign of intelligence. Why you'd want to explode something when there's light out is just, well, it's about as dumb as spending all your money on a audit for an election that didn't have a problem. So, no shocker there.
We've already booked all the hotels and stuff, so over almost 1,000 rooms. And
he just claimed he's booked 1,000 rooms. Sioux Falls' latest population estimate is 195,000. This is not a massive place. Limited selection of hotels, a lot of availability. So I don't know where he's booked these 1,000 rooms, but he probably hasn't, because like everything he says, it's fake, lies. The big lie. That's what he does. So, yeah. Available. Oh, only one room available at this rate. Don't fall for that. There'll be another room available at that rate in an hour.
One of the biggest historical events ever. I want it to be seen by more than Elvis Presley, Aloha from Hawaii, where over 1 billion people see it. No, this is important. I just remember as a kid going, wow.
I mean, come on.
It was right. At that time, I believe, the most seen event ever. This is so important. There we go.
More fireworks.
More daytime
More fireworks here. Celebrate our freedoms.
The same numbers as Aloha from Hawaii? I mean, come on, Mike. You are not the same sort of draw as Elvis Presley. We're going to call it Aloha from Sioux Falls. I booked 1,000 hotel rooms. The idea that he thinks that this could even have the same sort of numbers as an Elvis Presley special that was beamed via satellite around the world at a time when people didn't have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, cable, internet. Like, people's television options were so limited back then that when something major happened, everyone dove on it. Everyone tuned in.
Wouldn't it be great if Mark Zuckerberg came and Jack Dorsey when they're sitting in the front row?
Because the heads of
That'd be
Facebook
beautiful.
and Twitter.
That would be beautiful.
And Mr. Google, yeah.
And Mr. Google, Sundar Pichai. Come on.
Don't believe what you're hearing right now. They're afraid of this, everybody. I want to say this last thing.
Believe what
just
we're
the
hearing
last
right
3
now,
days,
talking,
old Alan Duke himself, and he put a big old slap of false information over it. Well, Alan, we're having it, Alan. I mean, how do you sleep at night, Alan?
He sleeps very well, Mike, because he's not sleeping on an as seen on TV pillow with an F rating from the BBB and a 20% rebuy rate.
Donald Trump won. I mean, it's pretty simple. Okay, and there were many down-ticket senators, too, that they did, too, and stuff. You'll find all that out. We have the packet captures for that, too. But
this is the first time I've heard him mention down-ticket senators. So, basically, if you're a Republican and you lost and you were on the ticket, Mike believes you won.
If anybody knows anybody at Fox, you put pressure on them, too. You know, everyone should be there from Fox.
Mike is totally stuck because he needs Fox because his viewers watch it and then they buy his pillows, but he's used to Fox taking care of him because he gives them so much money, but they can't help him right now because they're in the middle of a lawsuit because as crazy as Fox is, this is worse.
We're even going to show that. That'll be a bonus. We actually have groups that I've dealt with that have the alternative plan because the machines are going bye-bye. We have a plan of how that happens, too. The machines are gone, all of them. So we actually have another alternative plan for that. So
Mike's alternative plan is that they're going to be burning the votes on CDs. There you go. This guy knows technology.
And by the way, I've already hired the best security money can buy in our country, and they've used them for huge political events. And I'm not going to announce their names and stuff. But I will say it'll be the most secure event that.
When I look at history in America and I look at the events where people have had their own security or have done something different and unique, I think of the Rolling Stones. They put on the concert at Altamont, and they decided it would be an awesome idea to hire the Hells Angels as their security, and it did not go well. There's a tremendous documentary about that. Check it out. I don't know who Mike has hired. I'm sure it's not the same as the Rolling Stones. I'm just saying it's very strange that he's being cagey about a private security firm.
If you want to donate, I did set up the Lindell Legal Offense Fund, everybody. Everything coming in now is going to go to this symposium. Everything you want to put in. You want to put into something that's going to be historical, then you can donate now. It's been up to this point, I put in millions of dollars.
Well, there you have it. He's asking for money. It's very Donald Trump. Help save our country. I guarantee you that 100% of every dollar donated to the Lindell Legal Offense Fund will go to the most urgent causes at this time. The most urgent causes at this time. So that could be like more hair dye for Mike, a bigger cross, or a new Porsche. It's up to him. God bless Mike Lindell. You're just giving him money. Again, this guy wants to compare things to Aloha from Hawaii. Aloha from Hawaii raised $437,000 for the Kui Lee Cancer Fund.
This year, by the time we meet again next year, I'm going to stand on this bridge next year. And everything will be different, but it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to say these words. I told you last year, everybody, that God had his hand in all this, and we had to go through all of these things last year in order to get to this beautiful place. And everyone's going to go, wow, you're going to look back, and everything had to happen just the way it happened so we could unite as one people and be once again one nation under God. You know, and by this time next year, I'll be talking about how we're going to go after the teachers' unions and the lawyers in this country, the ambulance chase lawyers and all this other stuff that's wrong that we can fix. The teachers' unions and the lawyers in this country, the ambulance chase lawyers and all this other stuff that's wrong that we can fix. But you need a good foundation again, everybody. We need to get what our forefathers taught us, the Constitution of the United States that was massively broken during this election and ignored. We're going to go back to get a good foothold. By this time next year on this bridge, this will be a good foothold. In fact, it's kind of symbolic. I'm here on a bridge they're rebuilding. I'm standing right on it here. And they're rebuilding this bridge. Well, we'll think of this. This is where, and we know what? It's going to be built real fast and real good, the whole country again, because we know that Donald Trump is leading with common sense, problem solution, and what will it manifest to? They're going to vote 9-0 because it's not subjective. We make it easy for them. Of course, the country got hacked. You know, everybody know what they're going to do. It's going to be up to them. You know, they're the Supreme Court. Let's get this election pulled down. Let's right the right. No matter when you find out the crime was committed, the other guy gets put back in. Okay, it's just never happened at the presidential level. Okay, so it's very exciting that we're coming towards the end here. You know, I can see the light.
MAGA tears. After listening to this video, I now believe Mike Glendale. MAGA tears. I agree, while you are a hack, your thumbs down numbers prove it, a real Titanic channel. MAGA tears. Please, no more videos. Thanks. MAGA tears. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, and check me out on Spotify. I am a stand-up comedian. I have 3 albums there. You can stream them for free. That's a pretty sweet deal. If you want to have a friend or colleague roasted or congratulated, you can book me on Cameo. If you're out, be kind to each other, distance when you can, wear a mask if they ask you. Just be cool. Life's short. Have fun, be kind, take care.